Hey guys, this week on the Veg Heads,
we're making Chana Masala with brown rice.
Here we have our ingredients today. We have the brown rice, tomato sauce, chickpeas, seasoning, onions, ginger, garlic, cilantro, and that's all.
Today, we are focusing on a vegan diet because unlike Atkins that restricts you from having carbohydrates, you can eat carbohydrates in this and it can just be more focused on portion control rather than
what you can and can't have.
One of the great things about lifestyle changes is that you don't deprive yourself of important nutrition and you don't get those cravings for like bad things. But unlike these diets, these fad diets like Atkins, which are so extreme, you can't commit to it, or you end up gaining more weight in the end because once you stop that diet, you overeat, and that's a huge problem.
So it can be due to stress, right?
Or deprivation of cravings, right?
Or you don't feel like satiated because you're so strict, right?
Very good.
It was hot. First out the pan.
Yeah, it's good though.
I think that's the only thing I would add to this is more spice. Like,
I don't think there's any really.
it's not spicy, but it's very flavorful. So.
Usually we add like chili flakes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can. Oh, they're hot.
How is it?
Oh, fresh. Fresh.
Mm-hmm. Anything you would change?
Maybe like Robbie said, a little bit of spice.
A lot more spice.
A little bit for me. I'm not a spicy girl, but yes, it needs
A little
more
bit,
spice.
a little kick.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We are dealing with Carol, a 39-year-old woman. Her medical history includes gestational diabetes during both of her pregnancies. Carol does not get much exercise other than walking the dog up and down the block. She generally isn't hungry in the morning and skips breakfast, but she gets an iced mocha latte on her way to work. She will generally eat a muffin or donut in the office kitchen when she gets hungry in the mid-morning. Since she got a promotion at work last year, she has been eating out more for lunch and had vegetable cheese ravioli for lunch yesterday. Miss T tends to pick something up from the prepared food section of the grocery store or order takeout for the family in the evening for dinner. And last night, she got a rotisserie chicken, potato salad, and macaroni and cheese. Her husband, however, recently got a membership to the gym at his work and he has been on a fitness kick. He has begun the Atkins diet and has succeeded in losing 10 pounds. He told his wife that this is the only scientifically proven diet, but Miss T is skeptical. She has tried the diet too, but stopped because she has never been much of a meat person. She has heard a lot about vegan diets and wonder if that would be the better fit for her. On her examination, her blood pressure 137/79, height 5'4", and weight 175 pounds. Her initial labs seem to be normal with a creatinine of 0.9, hemoglobin A1C of 5.7, total cholesterol 141, triglycerides 120, HDL 49, LDL 87. For our first question, what can you tell Carol about the validity of the Atkins diet compared to other diet regimens?
Well, Carol can learn about a study that was actually completed by Danziger et al. Lots of people involved here. That diet plans such as like Zone, Weight Watchers, Ornish, Atkins were compared, and it actually showed that Atkins had the lowest amount of weight loss over a course of a year, averaging around 2.1 kilograms, which is essentially 4.8 pounds. And then on the other hand, Ornish, which is a mostly vegetarian diet, had the highest weight loss, averaging 3.3 kilograms, which was around 7.3 pounds.
Oh, wow.
However, this was an older study, and in a more recent systematic review of all diets, it has shown that Atkins diet is more often chosen due to its simplicity, in addition to having the most evidence in producing clinically meaningful short-term and long-term weight loss.
Why short term?
I would imagine it's because of the cutting out the carbs.
She's also missing out on nutrients from the lack of fruits and veggies, right?
They also sell the Atkins
The
frozen
smoothie
food
shakes and
and the
stuff too,
frozen food Atkins.
Definitely the Atkins diet will make you miss out on important vital nutrients supplied by like fruits, veggies, whole grains, and this could also lead to vitamin deficiencies.
However, the diet does not provide much energy in the form of carbs, so the body goes into ketosis, causing harm to the kidneys. So when the body is starving for calories, any excess of carbs breaking ketosis will lead to rapid storage of these carbs into metabolically active fat. It will be beneficial for her to try the Ornish diet, which is heavily plant-based diet and can help manage her weight as well as her gestational diabetes.
Should she become pregnant again? We don't know.
Gestational diabetes also puts you at risk for type 2 diabetes.
We want her to enjoy the meals she is eating, but live a healthier life. That's the main goal. A diet doesn't have to be painful if she makes a lifestyle change, rather than a short-term goal.
It doesn't have to be a specific diet either. It could just be something that's towards her liking as well.
There's also a lot of contraindicating evidence between the articles that we found online, just because these diets don't prove that they work, and even if they do, half of the participants usually drop out. So calorie deficit has proven to help these patients lose weight without restricting them from being happy with their diet.
Great example. She could easily replace the potato salad that she's picking up with steamed brown rice.
Or red wine instead of beer. So now what can we tell Carol about the vegan diet?
So vegan or vegetarian diets can be a great alternative to that of an Atkins diet, which Carol's husband is following. And Carol already mentioned to us that she doesn't really care for meat to begin with. So there are actually many benefits to a vegan diet, such as reduced risks of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes, which we already know she's at risk for, given that she's had gestational diabetes during her pregnancies. And it can also help her with weight loss. So there are some downfalls to a vegan diet, such as the limitations on foods she can eat, but there are many alternative vegan foods nowadays, but she will have to pay attention to the amount of essential nutrients she intakes so that she can stay healthy. And Carol would also have to make sure she is consuming the proper amount of fats and proteins. There are many ways for her to get adequate intakes of some of these things. So for proteins, she can substitute things like beans, nutritional yeast, soy, peas, quinoa, nuts. That way she can kind of keep up.
Oops, God, that spoon. It's just there.